Welcome back. This is Sharing the Word. Today's word is neighbor. All right. Now, some of us have some neighbors that we just can't stand. Let's just be honest. But maybe that's too much of a strong word. How about you just moderately despise, right? But the Bible tells us to love thy neighbor, right? But I think sometimes we forget that your neighbor might not just be the person down the street or might not be the person next door. Your neighbor might be the one you actually live with, right? The one that's right here in this house, right? And we sometimes forget that sometimes those type of neighbors are the ones that is really hard to love. Recently, I had the opportunity to be with family, and I was just so grateful for that. I don't see them often, and I was truly blessed by all of us coming together. Despite the differences that we may have, we still came together, right? And it just got me to think about how we should appreciate our neighbors, especially the ones we live with, right? And it let me realize that sometimes that neighbor may be the one you see in the mirror, right? Maybe if you're having difficulty in loving that neighbor, could be the reason why you're having difficulty in loving the neighbor that is in this house or the one that is simply just right across from your house. It's hard. Sometimes it is. It actually reminds me of what my brother said once. He said that I'm glad that God give us commandments, because some commandments, if they were just suggestions, we probably wouldn't follow it, you know? So yeah, it's a command, love thy neighbor. So what do you do when you can't love your neighbor? I would say take a look hard at yourself. Realize the purpose of why that commandment was made. Because we are called to love. I'm sure I must have said it once or twice. And that love is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4, where it outlines how God loves us. And until you know how God loves you, it is really hard for you to realize how you should love your neighbor, and sometimes how you should even love yourself. So instead of trying to focus too much about what your neighbor is doing, or some of us have binoculars just looking at what neighbor is doing, find time. Find out how much God truly loves you so you can realize how much you should love your neighbor. And if you're having difficulty with the one that lives with you, I'll pray with you and realize that start there. Love the neighbor that is in the mirror, love the neighbor that you live with, and love the neighbor that's across the street. Today, hug a neighbor, tell him you love him, and realize that God loves you. Be blessed. Shalom.